What?
We're singing.
What did you just say, though?
What does she say?
Never let the beat drop.
Never let the beat drop.
Or did you just say beach?
Beach. You don't make up words when you don't know what they are.
I'll look up what the words are. I don't know what the words are.
I feel like you're going to have to move over.
I'm comfortable right here.
Come sit next to me.
No, I'm close enough.
Hello, everybody. I'm Laurie.
I'm Hannah.
And we are...
She's trying to be bubbly, and I'm just like...
We are Journey with the Gingers.
Yeah, that's what we are.
That's what we are. Mm-hmm. How's everybody doing today? It is finally not storming in the evening. We're knocking on some wood.
Girl.
Because this is the first evening we've had in a while that has not had a storm. If y'all were with us last week, it was bad.
So bad that our guest became the host.
Ricky and Lexi end up hosting the show for a little bit because we lost our internet.
Yep.
So hopefully,
but they did a great job.
They did an awesome job.
Mm-hmm.
So
we're thankful for
it. We now call them our co-host.
Yeah,
but
they'll be back on our channel. Don't worry.
Oh yeah. So I hope everybody's had a great week. Have you had a good week, Hannah?
It's been fine. Everything's fine. I'm fine. It's fun. Everything's fine.
It's fine. Hannah's had a very busy week. They're having a changeover at her job with some program software. And,
yeah.
And so
girl,
anybody that deals with technology and changing software programs,
Lord, it's a lot. But
yeah.
I can't go into much more. But yeah.
Yep. So tell us something good. If you have some good news or a celebration or a countdown, please put it in the chat. We love to celebrate with you. If you have a YouTube channel and you haven't hit a milestone, please put that in there as well. If you're getting really close to a milestone, please add that in the chat as well. Because we definitely want to celebrate with you.
No, I have Hadestown stuck in my head.
Hannah's been listening to a musical called Hadestown, the music on her phone.
Yeah, it's
very good.
And I really want to go see it really bad.
So tonight we're going to play a game. And for those of you that...
Why'd you look at me?
I'm including you in the discussion.
I love how she says, we're going to come up with the game. She told me about this game 30 minutes ago.
Well, yeah, because I plan the live streams. But if those of you that follow us on our Facebook page, we put out something called Never Have I Ever. I'm sure you've heard that game before. But we just put some things on there, a list of things, and asked you how many of those things you have done. So if you haven't done that yet...
I thought it was just called Have I Done These Things?
Don't play music on the YouTube.
That was definitely K-pop.
You just have to count how many things you had done on that list and just put the number. It's just something for fun. Also, we put out asking them to show a picture of a place one of their favorite pictures from one of their travels, and there have been some beautiful pictures that people have been posting on our Facebook. I showed them to Hannah. I was like, some of them are like postcards. They're so pretty. So y'all did great with that. So appreciate all that participation on our Facebook page. We're trying to grow our social media a little bit more. So we definitely appreciate y'all taking part in all that with us. So let's, you want to say hi to everybody in the chat, Hannah? Mm-hmm. Okay. Mm-hmm. Let's say hello to everybody. But we're going to play Never Have I Ever tonight as well. And it's going to be a travel edition.
We're going to talk about some other things too.
Yeah, we're going to talk about some other stuff too. But first, I want to say hello to everybody in the chat. There's Keith. If y'all haven't checked out Keith's channel, BDF, big Disney fan, he did a lot. He had us on his live stream on Sunday, and we had such a good time. Mm-hmm. We just love Keith. So if you haven't checked that out, please do that. And 9 months, 30 days until his 62nd birthday, and 1,257 days until his next Walt Disney World trip in January 2027. 3,083 days until his Universal trip.
I did not mean to do that.
In January 2032.
2032.
It gave me a lot of numbers to say, Keith, but we're excited for you. Nothing going on here, but just working every day towards his Canada, Australia next year trip. He was just approved by his Australian travel visa for his travel visa the other day. 278 days to go.
Okay, I would like to say something about Australian travel visa.
Mm-hmm.
So I watched this show it's like call it border control or something, or border patrol, something like that. And it's like about like the mail that goes into Australia from other like countries, but it's also about like customs and people like going through like immigration at the Australian like international airports. So many people lie on their visas.
Why would they lie?
Because they'll be like, "Oh, I'm here for holiday or like for vacation."
Right.
And it'll be like, "Oh, you're here for 2 months?" Well, some people take like vacations for 2 months, you know? And they'll be like, "Oh, well, you said you're going to be here for 2 months, but it's telling us that you only brought in $100." And they know they're lying. They're trying to be an illegal immigrant.
Into Australia.
So they've caught so many people lying on their visas. And now I understand why it's so important to have visas. That is a very interesting show, and it's a very addictive show, and I love watching it. Yeah, so I just thought.
So the Border Patrol for
Australia. Australia has very interesting, also, they go through people's, like, food, because they can't have certain foods come into their, like, because Australia is an island, and they have a very, like, unique ecosystem, and so some things you cannot bring into Australia, and people try to bring in stuff all the time.
Yeah, we've been on cruise ships where they tell you don't bring this into our country when you get off the ship and things like that.
But they show it, and the craziest thing is they show live bugs. They're like, you can't bring this in because these type of bugs are on here, and they'll zoom in and be like, yeah, you got these bugs, they have to be destroyed. And I'm like, those were on a plane. Like, you know, that's gross.
Like, people don't understand that things that you may have in your country, like those type of bugs, don't have in there. Okay.
Trying to get there. Okay.
I don't understand. We thought we had everything under control with our internet. But
she's done a lot.
I have. I really have worked hard on this. I think I need a new computer.
Sooner than what you think.
I know.
Okay.
All right. So we have Meg. Hello, Meg. Good to see you.
Oh, yeah. We were frozen.
We were frozen, huh?
Frozen.
Yay for us. We're back. If we go away, we'll be back. Hopefully it won't be as bad as it was last week. I don't know what else to do. We're going to start doing it downstairs again. There's Felicia. Hello, Felicia from SCT Adventures. Great to see you. And there's Miss Josie. Travel with Josie. Great to see you. Travel. I always say it, but Josie just has she's very photogenic. But her especially her Instagram and her reels and all that are just so good. Definitely a good. And she's always in the pictures and always has the most beautiful clothes on and just makes me want to travel all the time. Hello, Betsy. How are you? I'm good to see you. And they will be on tonight at 9:00. Miss Betsy. And Mary Ellen Dillon says 23 days. Where are you going? 23 days. And Meg is traveling a lot lately. 21 days until she goes to Little Rock. Why is Meg going to Little Rock?
I wonder why.
Hey, Ryan. Good to see you. Hello, Tony G, 1975. Glad you're here. Best darn right pilot on the Millennium Falcon.
Mom realized on Keith's live stream that the Millennium Falcon ride at Disney has jobs for each person.
It's good to know. We did. I keep on forgetting the name of the ride. We had the Mission Space at Epcot, and we had jobs
with Gary Sinise.
You
want to tell that story about? Was it Anna telling us that?
I love Gary Sinise. Gary Sinise just has a hotness to him. You know how you had that person you like to watch on screen, just something about him?
Patrick Page. I was just showing you.
Gary Sinise has that for me. But Gary Sinise is like the one telling you about the ride and what you have to do in your jobs and all that. Well, our friend Amy was on Mission Space. If you haven't ridden Mission Space at Epcot, it's crazy.
Basically, you know those rides that like spin you like really fast that you stick to the wall.
Yeah, and you
just imagine this, but you're in a capsule when they do it,
and it's very, you cannot be claustrophobic. It's very enclosed. And they put these air vents on you so you don't get sick. You know, if you have good, cold, fresh air in your face, it helps you not get sick because you are literally spinning. You don't know you're spinning, but you're stuck and you can't lift your arms and everything. And Gary Sinise is saying, push the button for something.
It's like engineer. It's like, no, it's like engineer, push the button for a full throttle. And Amy, she was like, she says, screw you, Gary Sinise, I can't do it. I can't press the button.
She can't, you're so, the gravity issue, and you can't lift your arm.
She's like, I hate you, Gary Sinise.
I hate you, Gary Sinise.
And she told us she would never go on that ride again.
You get off that ride, and you're kind of like, I need a moment to myself, and never eat anything before you get on that ride.
Did we say hey to Najuma?
Hey Najuma, great to see you. We don't like you, Lieutenant Dan.
Hello, one of my favorite Canadians.
Hey Nick, good to see you.
Nick.
You got a song for Nick?
That is the Nickelodeon thing.
You gonna sing the Nickelodeon?
I know he's heard that several times. Like I've heard Hannah Montana. Like, I bet you he's heard Nick. Yeah.
Oh my goodness! Look what Betsy's doing. She's currently booking her and Mike on 3 different cruises in Australia and New Zealand in 2025. Is that like all back to back? That's going to be amazing. Hello, Darian. Great to see you.
Hello.
Darian, have you moved to Florida? Is that what I've seen? Had to get closer to those gators, I guess. Mary Ellen says, you're back.
Yeah. You lost us for a bit.
Hello, cruising is fun anytime. Good to see you, Cheryl. And there's Jeremy. Good day, everyone. 2 great channels that happen to be married to each other. Mm-hmm. And she has 23 days till Rome. That's amazing. I think I'm going to branch out and go to Europe. It's probably in 2025 is what I'm thinking. And Meg says, Paul traveled last year. Seems like this year is my turn. That's sweet. Mm-hmm. And there's Cruise Nuts. Hello, guys. Good to see y'all.
Brian is correct. Border security, Australia's frontline. Yes.
There's a U.S. and Canadian.
I know, but they're not as good as the Australian version.
The Australian's the better one.
Yes. The Australian version is so good. I've watched the other one.
What's it on?
I watch it on Facebook.
You watch it on Facebook?
People upload full episodes of that on Facebook.
Oh, okay.
I also watch Bondi Beach. Like the Bondi,
tapping the fingernails for the microphone.
It's the lifeguards at Bondi Beach. I watch that on Facebook too. For some reason, I get Australian shows on Facebook.
Huh. That was my printer shutting off. It beeps when it shuts off.
Oh
gosh. I see somebody in the chat.
Here's his one.
Is the one actor you want to play high authority
or a superior officer?
Yes. I love some Gary Sinise.
Okay, I would like to point this out.
Sherelle.
So he's talking about the University of South Carolina, and we've been having a text match going back and forth.
Is this because football season's about to start?
And because on Sunday he had the audacity to say to me, Clemson Stadium, because University of South Carolina and Clemson are rivals, right? Clemson Stadium is quiet compared to USC. Ooh. And I said, that's funny because we've broken sound records before, and y'all have never
yelling. I'm talking about sound. Go ahead.
Y'all have never broken a sound record before. He was like, we're louder than y'all. I found the decibel records, and guess who's not in the top 10? USC. Guess who's number 2? Clemson. What do you got to say about that?
So Jarrell and Hannah are boyfriend and girlfriend. Jarrell went to the University of South Carolina. Hannah went to Clemson. They are big rivals in the state of South Carolina as far as football. Mm-hmm. So it's football season, so this is starting.
Well, then he says, he started it this morning because he sent me somebody's opinion about the top 25 scariest college football stadiums to play in at night. On this person's opinion, they put 7 as University of South Carolina, 9 as Clemson.
No way! Haven't we won like every?
This is the scariest stadium to play it at night. So when I sent him the decibel chart, and then he says it ain't scary if y'all singing Kumbaya. And I said, what university in South Carolina has those football national championship rings and who does not?
Enough said.
So that's where that's coming from. But we love each other very much. Betsy said it's 2 different ships.
Nice. Y'all getting fancy over there, Betsy.
It's like, go
But if you're going to fly to Australia, you might as well experience more than just one cruise.
Are you going to Hobbiton in New Zealand? Do you know what I'm talking about?
Where the Lord of the Rings was filmed?
Yes. Where the hobbits live.
Which I've never seen.
Which is a shame. That's not only a beautiful movie series, but it has beautiful music too. It is not quiet at Death Valley. Thank you. And Eric, Kansas City Chiefs is the loudest NFL stadium. Nice.
Now Eric knows his sports for sure.
See, I can let everybody praise their team, but if you try to tell me that University of South Carolina is louder than Clemson, you will be very wrong because I have proof. I'm done now.
Are we done?
We're done.
We're done. We're there. So we do have some, you're going to need to trip it on your thing.
Okay.
So we do have some countdowns of things happening for us. And we were talking, we cannot believe, first of all, it's almost halfway through August.
Oh, please, Lord, let it come.
And we have so much coming up.
Please,
September,
Lord.
We have several things coming up, but it's just our sweet Elizabeth is getting married. So we have some events coming up for her in September. She's getting married in November. But all the bridesmaid and girly things start going. He's just trying to get you out of.
It's soft. That's cute.
Anyway, but Hannah and I will be going to Disneyland at the beginning of October.
Mm-hmm.
William will be staying here and babysitting puppies and cats and
I'm probably going to take the kitty cat to the meow town.
Okay. But anyway, Hannah is going to just kind of share. She's kind of already started planning our Disneyland. There's a couple things you booked this week, wasn't it?
Yeah, but I mean, it's just... Oh, it already put it in there. It put it in there. Did you put it in there?
No. Oh. I thought you put it in there.
No, I didn't.
Well, tell them what we're doing for fun.
Okay.
There's just a couple things that you booked.
I mean, we're going for a couple of days, and we're going to just play it by ear for the most part. I may switch up our reservations of which parks we're going to be at. I may switch that up. Who knows? We'll talk about that later. But the only things we've really scheduled is we've had 2 reservations. One was for Cafe Orleans, which is in... is it New Orleans Square or French Quarter? I don't know what they call it, but it's like in that area in Disneyland. Mm-hmm. And their menu looked the best. I was looking at Blue Bayou because that's the restaurant that's in Pirates of the Caribbean. Mm-hmm. But I'm not going to pay X amount of dollars for a Monte Cristo. I don't even eat that.
We budget travel.
Yeah. That's just too expensive. And I didn't like their menu. The only reason I would have eaten there was to be there, you know. 2, the second reservation I have is for Oga's Cantina, which is, they literally only have, I think, like a couple of food items, but it's mostly like mocktails and cocktails. But it's for the atmosphere.
And what is Oga's Cantina?
It's the bar in Star Wars, and you're gonna have like a robot being your DJ. And, you know, there's you have specialty drinks and stuff.
We'll definitely vlog that, I'm sure.
Yeah, so I'm there for the vibes. But that's it for Disneyland. Okay. We may get some lobster nachos. We may get, you know, I watched a lot of videos about Disneyland food recently. I did, but
Yeah, we got the Genie Plus tickets, but the reason why is because we get the military tickets, which are amazing deals through the on our base, our local base that we live near, and so if you have a military ID, or if you know somebody that's going with you that has a military ID to Disney, make sure you check out the tickets for that they offer on your base.
Mm-hmm.
Can't beat it for sure.
Yes, Nick. It is the Border Security Australia's frontline. Is that? Yes. Yes. Yes, and Australia has working visas and like holiday visas, and people try to go there to work on a holiday visa and they get denied. So yes, different types of visas. Do your research.
So we also have William and I will be on the booze cruise, y'all. That's 80 days. Isn't that crazy? That's crazy.
Mm-hmm.
It's like the cruise that you just think it was never going to happen, and all of a sudden it's like fast track to it. So 80 days to the booze cruise. Excited about that. Excited to meet so many people. And then in 2024, William and I will be trying MSC for the first time. We're going on the MSC Seashore. And then I'll be back on the Carnival Sunshine. I was trying to hit it one more time before it leaves Charleston. And then Hannah and I are going to New York for a few days next summer. And then we're getting on the NCL Joy and going to Bermuda. Not everything, but what's a couple of things you got planned for New York?
Girl.
We are going to play a game in just a few minutes.
Okay. We're going to have, I think I want to do like a vlog on a Broadway day. Things that you can do that's Broadway. We're going to go to an observation.
We kind of did that last time too.
No.
We did. We did the Broadway flea market, the Broadway drag show, and then we went to a Broadway play.
Oh, you are right.
That was all in one day.
Yeah, no. We're going to make this.
She just said I was right, by the way. Did y'all hear that?
Yeah. Okay, we're probably going to do an observation deck of some sort. We're going to try to go back. We haven't been since 2017? 2017 was
2019. We went 20.
Our channel started in
2018.
So we went in 2017.
I think we went in 2018.
We went in 2018.
Yeah.
Okay. And we haven't been to Ellen Stardust Diner, which is where they sing to you.
Love that.
I want to go to the Museum of Broadway, which is a new museum in New York in the past year. Go see at least 2 Broadway shows, maybe. And I really want to go. So for those of you who are big fans of Hamilton and Lin-Manuel Miranda, yes, he and Thomas Kail, who is also one of the big people on Hamilton and in the Heights as well, they purchased this bookshop, which is called the Drama Bookshop, which sells specific like theater things, because it's been open for either like over 90 years or 100 years, and they basically workshopped in the Heights in the basement of the Drama Bookshop, and they didn't want to see it go under. And so when it was having financial difficulties due to a stingy landlord, they bought it, and they have made it their own, and I really want to go see it.
Guess we are.
They have coffee in there too.
Okay.
That's named after Broadway shows and Broadway stars.
And then I'm getting on a cruise ship out of New York after she's gotten her New York on.
Cheryl and Ed.
Hey, Cheryl and Ed. Mm-hmm. Cheryl and Ed live near New York, I think.
USA calls vacations, UK, and Aussies call holiday.
I love saying it when they say we're going on holiday.
Yeah.
Sounds better than vacation to me.
All right.
Yeah.
I don't know where it's at.
What are you looking for, darling?
Is it in here?
Yes.
Did you spell everything right?
Yeah, I think I did. All right. Also, before we get started with this, we do have a new website, something I've been playing with. And we tried to take our brand of Journey with the Gingers and put in the fact that I have a small home-based travel agency, and we also have YouTube, and we put it under one umbrella. And so we want y'all to check it out. I put it on the YouTube community page, but it's also in the description below of this video. And if there's anything you think that we should add, I really do trust that y'all have great opinions of the things. So I would love to get your input. If you see something on that website that you think that maybe we should add something else to it. We've added some videos, we've added some travel stuff, and I don't want to make it too murky, I guess, but I would like to get y'all's opinion on it if you like to share that later on. So if you just message us and say, hey, why don't you add this to your website? That would be great. Appreciate that, because we want to make it useful to people. So also want to recognize our moderators. We have Anthony Simone, Blaine from Rayleigh Creative Travel, SCT Adventures, Lovey's Fat Life, Foreman aka Kenneth Oakes, and Meg from Megs and C's. Okay, so never have I ever. It doesn't have to be confusing. You can just say, yes, I have, or no, I haven't in the chat. If you have a story to tell about it and you want to put a couple sentences to go with it, we would appreciate that, because that always makes things interesting. So we have some things, and this is travel related. This is Never Have I Ever Travel Edition. And it's just some things that, have you done this during your travels? Have you not? So you can just put have not, or yes, or no, however you want to answer it. And we'll answer as we go along. But if there's a good story to tell, we love to hear about it.
There you go, Mom.
Okay. Taking an overnight train. Have you done that? Yes or no? Have you taken an overnight train? And I know we've got a couple people in here that have, and I have done that. And I've told that story before. Had a horrible experience. We actually hit somebody that was passed out on the train tracks. We ran over them, and the body was underneath the specific train car that I was in, and I was going on my honeymoon. So that was my story. But I would like to redo. I've got to the point now that I think I'm over that trauma, and I would like a redo.
Never been on an overnight train.
Would you?
I'm not opposed to it.
Well, after I've been studying about Canada, I would love to do a train ride through Canada.
If you had the budget, you would like the Orient Express.
Oh yeah, but I've seen some things about railways through Canada, and I think that would be a beautiful thing to see too.
I would never be over that trauma.
Yeah, that was awful. And we had a sleeper car, and it was June right outside of Charleston, South Carolina, when it happened.
1994.
Yeah, 1994. And they turned off, it was very hot. They turned off the air and told us we had to stay in the car because there was a body underneath our train part of our train that we were in, our train car. And you just heard everybody out. You saw flashlights, and you heard them saying it was under the train. It was horrible. And I had a full-blown panic attack because it was hot and it was scary.
Done it.
Ryan has done it.
Betsy said nope. Meg said yes. And Nick said no.
Sadly, no. He will one day.
Mary Ellen said no.
No.
Kathy says hi and no overnight train.
Hi, Kathy.
Yeah. So that's up.
What did Ed say?
Oh, gosh.
Never unless the
Red Eye Amtrak from Philly to how do you say that?
Unless that counts.
Yeah.
All right.
Did you fall asleep on it?
Huh?
Did you fall asleep on it?
Me?
Not you.
Oh.
Ed. Yeah, if he falls asleep on it, that's an overnight train.
Okay.
If it goes from one day to another and you fall asleep, we're going to consider that an overnight train.
We actually trade our tickets in for the ride back home on that train, because I was so traumatized about being in that sleeper car and that happening that we went to like regular seats with a lot of leg room, and it was fine. I did better.
Swam with dolphins.
Swam with the dolphins.
I don't think I would ever do that.
Just because they're like
in captivity?
In captivity?
Yeah.
Okay.
I don't think I would. Sorry for the bummer. I just don't think I would do it. I would go scuba diving.
I was about to say, I would swim with the dolphins until you said that.
Made you think about it, don't you?
I know, but I love dolphins.
I like dolphins, and I would be okay with, being in the pool with like a rescue dolphin that can't be released back in the wild, but I don't necessarily need a hug on it and stuff.
You want to know the story before you talk to the dolphin?
I want to make sure that it's not in there because it was forced to be there.
Okay.
I want to make sure it's there because it has to be there.
It's like a rescue.
Yeah, and it can't be released it has a better chance of surviving in captivity than it does in the wild. That's how I feel.
That was a very deep discussion.
Well, you should have asked me. You should have asked me what your prompts were.
Betsy said no. Meg said no.
Yeah, no. Almost, but didn't want to miss my stop. No. No. Yes. No. They're my fave. No.
I love dolphins too.
I love dolphins. Well, I'll say they are loud.
I love them because of that.
I like beluga whales.
No, I love going whale watching.
Oh, I love manatees.
I love. Oh, when we saw the manatees in Belize,
they are little smelly little sea cows. I love
their little bobbing little noses. They're all like bobbing on the water.
They're so big.
I was like, the boat's gonna hit them, but they got out of the way. But they were just all bobbing on the water. Oh, God, they were so cute.
I love manatees so much. They're so cute.
I know you don't like captivity things, but the manatees at the Georgia Aquarium are just beautiful to watch.
They're not manatees at the Georgia Aquarium.
That's not manatees?
You're talking about the beluga whales.
No, remember they fed them lettuce in that tank?
That's at Disney. Was that not at Disney?
They do it at Meg. Do they have manatees?
I remember
at the Atlanta Aquarium. I know you would know.
I think that was at Disney when you were in the Nemo area, and it was a 2-story thing, so you can see them from the top or the bottom. I feel like Mimi was with us.
Okay, I thought Mimi was in Atlanta too.
No.
Yes.
Meg.
After you won co-ed Miss South Carolina, we went there.
But I would like to point out, I'm pretty positive it is at Disney. Ha! 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 It's at Disney! It was not at the...
Meg, you don't love me no more.
It is at Disney. There are manatees at Disney. I remember the cast members feeding them lettuce. Thank you. They had a little clipboard with their names.
Whatever.
I am right. There are manatees at Disney. Epcot.
Will they be at Disneyland?
No, because they don't have a thing for them. And those manatees were there because they got into they were hit by boats and stuff. Mm-hmm. That's horrible to say, but they were. And they had to be there because that's where they were getting health care, basically.
Okay. Have you gone skydiving? That might not be on vacation, like you just might have done it, but have you gone skydiving before?
Absolutely not.
I cannot. I am too much control of my life. I just like to be in control too much to do something.
Really?
Yes.
Oh my.
But my dad did it when he was.
Yeah, he broke his leg.
When he turned 40, that was his thing. When he turned 40, he wanted to go skydiving, and he broke his leg in 3 places. He landed on a rock.
They have dolphins. At both Disney and the Georgia Aquarium.
Okay.
But manatees are only at Disney.
Manatees are only at Disney.
No, in our 2 out of the 2. Out of the 2 options, the manatees are at Disney.
All right. So who has gone skydiving?
Never. Nope.
No desire.
Oh, heck no.
Why am I leaving a good plane?
That's a good point. Nope. Hi, Scott.
Hey, Scott McNeil.
Hi, Kurt and Marsha.
It's Kurt and Marsha.
Hi.
I'm video chatting with my little mini me. Oh my gosh. Kurt has a grandchild that looks just like him.
That's funny.
He looks just like him. He looks just like him. Oh my gosh. It's so funny. There was a picture that Kurt had with them together, and I was like, oh my gosh, that baby looks just like Kurt. So cute.
Cheryl did the iFly on the Anthem of the Seas. I guess that's where they get in the tube and they're like,
the simulation thing. Mm-hmm. I would do that. That sounds safe.
Nope.
But dropping me from a plane,
nope.
And I having all my faith in that parachute.
And the person on your back.
Yeah. But no. That doesn't make any sense to me.
All right. Next. How many are there?
Like 16.
16?
Flown in first class on an airplane.
Yeah. For a domestic flight, yeah.
Yes. We had my father's passed away. He passed away in 2015, but he used to work in Hawaii for 3 years, and he had so many sky miles. He
He would go out of the month, 2 weeks in Hawaii, 2 weeks on the mainland.
Yeah. And so he had so many sky miles, he put us in first class a couple times.
Mm-hmm.
And when we flew to Miami that time to get on the cruise, he bought us tickets.
I was in first class when I had to take my one-way ticket back from Orlando.
Yeah.
And I didn't realize I had priority. And I was about to miss my flight.
And you're like, I have priority. Why am I waiting in this line?
Orlando Airport, I hope they got their crap together after that, because their check-in for Delta Airlines on the day that the college program ended for people was a 4.5-hour wait. And people tell you to get to the airport 2.5 to 3 hours beforehand. No. I feel like they should have done something better about that. I don't know.
Maybe the college program should have said, hey guys, since all of y'all are going home today, you might want to go
People
early.
were going to miss their flights. And I stayed in line for an hour until I realized, oh, I think it said priority. And I saw that the priority line was only a 10-minute wait. So I was like, yes, ma'am. And then I still ran to my plane.
I have not purposely myself paid for a first class ticket. I have been upgraded to first class, but it's like from Atlanta to Augusta.
Yeah.
I mean, it was like a big flight. It's like a connecting flight. But no, I've never purchased a first class ticket.
You can, if you're like,
use Sky Miles for that.
If you have the ability to pay off a credit card every month, it may be worth looking into like an airline credit card if you're gonna fly, more than once a year. Because if you put your expenses on an airline credit card and pay that off every month and not have to pay interest or anything, then if you hit a certain level, then you can be, put in for the upgrade list.
Yeah.
So
we were upgraded for California this upcoming trip to Comfort Plus because of my status.
I will have to say, on my only international round trip flight, I did Comfort Plus, and that was very much worth it.
Yeah, I'll imagine. So yeah.
All right, no, never. Brian says yes.
Okay.
Does working it count? Absolutely.
Yes. Nick, how often do you do first class?
Yes. I have and didn't have to pay for it.
Yeah, that's the best kind of first class is when you don't have to pay for it. Amen.
Yes, to Seattle last year for my Alaska cruise.
Nice.
Not first class, only business class ones.
Yeah. This time last year, Scott and Cheryl and Ed and all of us were in Alaska.
First class, yes. JetBlue meant using miles.
Gotcha.
Exactly.
Yeah. Mm-hmm. That's how we get it. It's our Sky Miles. Wouldn't it be nice though if we did get upgraded to California first class?
I would be so happy reading my book.
I would be having my margaritas in the little cans. All right. Okay, we're going to talk about what this means, Hannah.
No.
Taking a camping trip.
In a tent.
No, it is not. That's called roughing.
No, that's called camping.
Camping can be in a camper. Hannah doesn't think camping in a camper is camping, but it's camping. So if you've been in a camper or a tent or slept out under the stars, you have been camping. Are you Googling what camping is? You have to try to be right, don't you?
I consider when someone says camping, I say it has to be in a tent, which I've done twice. And I roughed it.
I call that primitive camping. You know, they have campsites.
You sound so entitled, right?
It's not. No. When you go to book a campsite at the campground, you put whether you want to have regular campsite with hookups or whether you want primitive. And primitive is usually people that are either boondocking in their camper or they're in a tent. That's not entitled. I'm explaining.
I love how you just went, no.
I'm not an entitled person.
Hey, Jeffrey.
Hey, Jeffrey.
Yes, we'll keep the people in Hawaii.
Oh, gosh, yes. Absolutely. Thank you for mentioning that. Mm-hmm. That is so devastating what's happened in the wildfires in Hawaii.
Let's see. Camping. To go on the camping. Meg said that she just got her first airline card.
Nice.
It's good to rock up the Sky Miles.
It is.
Yes. Yes. Many times both camper and tent. Yes.
Oh, well, lots of camping people.
Yes. Love camping.
I do too.
Mary Ellen. Tent camping.
Which camper camping is
Yes, it's been a long time. Does camping include a 3-star hotel?
No.
The tent sites with water and electric.
Yes.
I would have to say one of my best childhood experiences was my Girl Scout troop. Miss Nancy. She organized a whitewater rafting weekend and hike. So we got there, we put up our tents, we went to sleep. Next day we woke up super early, had an 8-hour day of whitewater rafting down the Chattooga River. Amazing. Love whitewater rafting because of that.
We have this in the slot.
Do we really? Well, spoiler.
I'm pretty sure we do.
And then we came back, had spaghetti. I remember having spaghetti. And then we went on a hike the next day. And that was one of the best weekends of my life. I love that so much.
Yeah, when Hannah was a baby, we had a camper. And we have a lake near us, so we camped at the lake a good bit. It was a pop-up camper. But we also took it down to Florida, too, for Disney. That was fun.
Mm-hmm. Next.
Have you ever missed a flight?
I would like to point out that wasn't my fault. It was not my fault.
What?
We've missed a flight.
Did I say anything was your fault? You're getting quite defensive.
No, but I'm just saying, when I say yes, it was not my fault. Neither was hers. It was the airlines.
It was quite defensive. It was not my fault.
It was the airline's fault. They sat us on the tarmac for 2 hours in Augusta, and our layover was an hour and 50 minutes. And they're like, "Oh, we got here 20 minutes early." It's like, well, you should have. And then we got there. Did you see the video I sent you?
We don't need to talk about it.
No, we're gonna talk about it. And then we get to the gate, and the door had closed 2 minutes prior. And my dad is banging. Hey,
I thought he was gonna get arrested.
Banging on the door. Hey, we need to get on that flight. And I just sent Mom a video of this man doing the exact same thing, but he got on the intercom system and said, "Hey, I need security to gate such and such." They closed the door.
Thank God William didn't think about the intercom.
But yes, and then that is the same flight. That is the same series of flights that they rebooked us, thankfully, for the next flight. But they put us in the very back. So they ran out of food.
We're going to tell the story again.
And yes, because you do not make Hannah hangry.
We're going to Seattle.
And we were we didn't have much time because we had to switch.
We had to travel across the
concourses.
Yeah.
We had to switch concourses. And they were like, "Yeah, we got you." After waiting in the customer service line, they're like, in 30 minutes, they're boarding in concourse B. And we're in in E or whatever. And we're like, "Oh, we got to get there." Da, da, da.
And my mother doesn't move very fast.
No, she doesn't. So by the time we got there, they were boarding. And I was like, "I'm starving." And Mom was like, being a good mom, she said, "I promise you they'll have food on the plane." Yes, they did, but they ran out.
They usually sell those little snack boxes and stuff.
Yeah,
they ran out. She was hangry because I was.
And that was a 4.5-hour flight.
Hangry Hannah. Not good.
Scott, was that yes a couple of times for this or for the camping? Either way, I'm going to highlight it. Yes, a couple of times. No. Eric B is here.
We said Eric B was mentioned some earlier about NFL football, Hannah.
No, that was Keith. About the Kansas City Chiefs.
I thought it was Karen. Okay.
Eric, did you just come here?
Eric. Hey, Eric. Missed multiple flights because Eric flies a lot. No, but did get an earlier flight on standby. That's nice.
Yeah.
We did that one time, didn't we? We were in
Augusta.
Yes,
we did. We're like, "Can we get on this?"
Yeah, it was Augusta. And we were there early. And we're like, "There's sure." You know.
Can you put us in standby, please? We want to go home. It was on our way home. We want to go home so bad.
I bet you Nick was glad he wasn't your flight attendant when you were hungry.
I wasn't me. I was boiling in myself. I was so hungry. No, that's a nightmare. Yes, weather related. No. Carnival transportation made me miss my flight.
Oh, that's not good.
No, one flight was canceled and we got a connecting flight in its place.
That's good.
I am way much of an overplanner. I'll be 3.5.
Yeah, Atlanta is a bird in itself. I do like the Atlanta airport. If you're going to have to stay a while somewhere, I do like it.
Yeah, missed flights. Technical missed flights for Helen trip this year since they were non-refundable. Thank goodness. It was like $75 round.
Oh, okay.
Mm-hmm. I've only been here for about 10 minutes.
Okay. Sorry, Eric. I thought you were here.
We've been on for 45 minutes.
I said something, but I must have thought when the comment came across, it was a comment from Eric because I said something about Eric knows all about sports.
Good night. It was Keith because Keith is.
I can blame Keith it on the fact that I've gotten older.
Keith is from Kansas. That's why he knows about the Kansas City Chiefs.
All right. Diving. Anybody gone scuba diving?
I want to get my license.
You already said that.
And I'm very thankful to live in an area that we actually do have a store that does the licensing. Mm-hmm. And they do the lessons and stuff. They have like their indoor pool and stuff. Mm-hmm. And they'll take you to go get your certification. So no, but I want to. I want to real bad. I want to see. I want.
I just don't know. I don't think I could. I think I would panic. I'm surprised you could do it.
Cause you water.
But you get claustrophobic.
I can go up. I can go up. That's the nice thing.
It'd be beautiful seeing it. I don't know about that.
If you panic, all you have to do is you go. During your lessons, you can just be like, yeah, no, I'm good.
I'm good.
You can keep my money. I'm good. You don't have to do it.
I did not pass.
That's why they have you take the lessons.
I know.
Hey, Bill.
Hey, Bill.
Buddy. Atlanta is my favorite airport. I will have to say it is. But did you know that there are apparently a lot of direct flights to New York from other areas that do not take me to Atlanta for a layover? I found that out this week.
I like Atlanta too. I like Atlanta because they have some good areas. Like if you do have a longer layover, they have some areas that you can kind of sit and like play cards with people and stuff like that and just do stuff.
Yes, many times a scuba dive.
Nice.
No. Nope. No, not interested in scuba.
I think that's me too, Keith.
You have to be early or know where to go. I love the lady on the plane train. Concourse C. C as in Charlie.
There was this father that was on the plane train one time, and he would ride it all the way to the end and then get back on it and come all the way back with his little girl. And I thought Hannah would do that. At her age, just ride it and come back and ride it and come back.
They've used the, phonetic alphabet except for D because Atlanta is the home base for Delta, and they don't want people to think that Concourse D is strictly for Delta. So they say Concourse D, D as in David, is what they say.
I'll say Delta because everybody's gonna get
off. I'll get off and go. Nope, we struggle with snorkeling.
I'm with you.
Yep. So
I don't think I've ever been snorkeling. Have I ever been snorkeling?
I have, and I struggle with the snorkel because I can't keep it straight.
You can't get water in it.
So yeah, I can do the.
Yeah, I've seen I know a lot of YouTube videos. People enjoy it.
Yes. Yes.
Hannah, have you ever done this?
7 times. 7 times. I would like to do it many more. Yes.
Have you watched a play or a musical on Broadway?
Or a traveling Broadway show?
No. And if you...
No. Some people don't have the privilege of being near New York.
I'm just asking. If you have, tell us which one was your favorite.
Oh, dang. I mean, some people don't have the privilege of going to New York. Some people don't live nearby.
Okay. If it's been a traveling Broadway show.
Traveling. Professional.
Okay.
Because that's more convenient for people.
What was your absolute favorite?
My absolute favorite
that you've seen, no matter where you've seen it.
Okay, so I have 2 answers. Nope. Yes. There is my favorite, and then there's my biased favorite and my unbiased favorite.
Okay.
My biased favorite, not because it's the best, but because I love it for nostalgic reasons, is Cats.
Yes.
Is it the best musical? God, no, it is not. But it is personal to me, and I love it very much, and I will watch it a million times over. The best musical I've ever seen is Come From Away. That is the hands down the best musical I've ever seen. They have no intermission, and if you can make me feel a lot of different emotions in that short amount of time, you have done your job. Yeah.
So you know my favorite.
MJ the Musical.
MJ the Musical. And we get to see it in Greenville in September.
Yeah. But Come From Away, if you have the opportunity to see it, see it.
And it's coming to
our area.
Our area.
Yeah, and I'm excited because
Columbia County Performing Arts
I wonder
Theater.
if it's going to be the same cast, because if it is, we are in for a treat because they were amazing.
Okay.
D does not have Delta gates. D as in David. No, goodness gracious, this thing's stuck. No, Mary Ellen Dillon, yes, many times. Only off Broadway, which is a thing.
Mm-hmm.
And so
with the traveling shows, it's really become a big thing.
Yeah, well, off Broadway. If you're a Broadway theater, it means you're over 500 seats. If you're an off Broadway theater, it's like I think over like 300 seats or something. I'm gonna get this wrong. And off Broadway, it's just like a theater that has a certain amount of seats. Yeah, but saw Cats in Philadelphia. I am so sorry if you did not know what you were getting into when you go there. People don't understand.
I love it.
I love
You have to know what it's about, though. Yeah, you don't go in there blindly.
You are going to be in there going, what am I witnessing? Yeah. Saw a couple at the Fox.
Love the Fox.
Love the Fox.
One of my favorite theaters, actually.
Traveling, yes. Broadway, not yet. Waiting for Hannah's answer. You know what? I really do.
His has got to be Wicked.
Oh, we have to go see Wicked. You're going to see me ugly cry. You're going to be like, during intermission when the lights come up, you're going to be like, is she okay? I am not
now
okay.
That you can find a direct flight to New York.
Yeah.
From Columbia.
Yeah. I messed up. We actually saw Lion King still about Cats.
This is true. Totally different. But it was about cats. I love that.
Scott said yes 2 times. Oh, we saw Spam-A-Lot at the local theater. I don't know anything about Spam-A-Lot, but I love that answer before.
That was the answer of the night.
Okay.
Are you hot in here?
I'm dying. Am I sweating? Rode a coaster that went upside down. Can I tell the story?
I guess.
Oh,
you know what, maybe?
Yeah! Oh, no, you could tell. Are you talking about Rock and Roller Coaster? No, you could tell that story. I got a different No. So, I was terrified. Up until the age of like 12, I was terrified of going on any roller coaster, particularly ones that went upside down. My grandparents took me on this lovely like road trip from like Nashville, Asheville, and they were supposed to go to like Memphis, but there was flash flood. So we ended up going to Pigeon Forge, Tennessee to go to Dollywood. Dollywood has a lot of roller coasters. And my grandparents went on this one indoor roller coaster, and they got off and they said, we can't do any more roller coasters. Our back hurts. So I'm sitting here in this amusement park with all these roller coasters.
And these senior citizens.
that threw out their backs. Basically, they're on the verge of throwing out their backs. And my grandmother finds this little girl with her mom, who the mom is like, she sees the mom going, honey, her name's like Caroline or something. Caroline, I don't think I can go on this roller coaster. And my grandmother goes, does she need a partner on this roller coaster? And we go on this girl. I don't know. We go on this big old roller coaster. I think it's the Tennessee Tornado that went upside down twice by ourselves.
And you survived.
And I survived, and then the rest is history. But you want to tell your story?
So we took Mimi to it was our first Disney cruise. It was like 3 days on Disney cruise, first cruise period, and 4 days in Disney. And we took her on the rock and roll roller coaster. And
rock and roll
roller coasters. It's inside, and so she can't see what it does. And so we ride it, and if you've been on the rock and roll roller coaster, it like just takes off from the very beginning. Well, she apparently closed her eyes the entire time because she was scared to death on this thing. And we got off. The first thing, her hair was hilarious. Her hair was like flying out because it's fast. And then we were talking about it, and we said something about how many times did we go upside down? And she goes, "We went upside down." She never even knew we went upside down because her eyes were closed the whole time.
Nick said he's cried all 13 times he's seen Wicked.
Oh my gosh, 13 times, Nick! Wow.
Yeah, he has to see it on
That's
Broadway.
Amazing.
Yes, on the rock and roller coaster. Hey, Holly.
Hey, Holly.
Yes. Yes.
I love roller coasters.
Yeah.
The day the doctor tells me I can't ever ride a roller coaster again, I would just be like,
Meg said
depressed.
No.
Meg, can we take you on an upside down roller coaster?
Marilyn Dillon says, don't like roller coasters.
Oh my goodness.
All.
I love roller coasters.
I'll just ride the train instead. Destination Fun is here.
Hello, Destination Fun.
Yes. Yes, from Kathy.
Love it.
Next.
Stayed in a hostel. You want to explain what a hostel is?
A hostel is basically an overnight accommodation that you will be sharing a living space with potential strangers. So there will be a big room where there'll be bunk beds or several beds that they can put a stranger in the room with you at any times, but it's significantly cheaper and very popular amongst Europe, like European countries and some Asian countries. But it's really big amongst backpackers because it's a cheaper accommodation. So yeah, you're gonna be sleeping near people you don't know.
Kind of like a dorm.
It's like a dorm. Yeah.
No, I have not done that.
I have not done it either.
I would be too paranoid.
I tried to convince Carl. He was like, Hannah, no.
When y'all did Europe,
he was like, he said, Hannah. No. He said something along the lines of, I'm too bitchy for that.
I'm surprised Hannah would do it. Hannah doesn't play well with others.
I would stay, let me put this disclaimer. I would stay in a one that's separated by genders. I would feel comfortable staying with the one with females in my room. I don't know if I would be okay, especially if I was by myself.
Yourself. Oh yeah.
With guys. Yeah.
You're almost out of time.
Yeah. Yes. No. Never have. Meg said no roller coasters for her. I'll be G for this answer. No hostels for me.
Yeah.
Stayed in a hostel entire month in Germany when I was 18.
Well, Meg's brave.
No, said Kathy. All right. There it is.
Gone whitewater rafting.
I already told you the story, yes.
Yes. And you loved it.
I loved it so much.
I've never been.
That in college, I forgot what the program was called, but Clemson had this good outdoorsy program that you could pay $20 and they would take you to the nearest river to go water rafting with a professional company and stuff. And I would just do stuff like that by myself with strangers in the van with me and just have a lot of fun. I like water a lot.
Me too. That's why I like cruising.
My definition of I like water and you like water are totally different.
I like sitting on the beach, looking at the ocean.
We're gonna have this be our last one.
Yeah, this will be our last one. We'll probably do this again and save the other ones. How about that?
Yeah.
We'll do another time. I like this. This is fun. Learning about everybody.
Meg says yes. Ryan says yes. Scott says yes. Nick says nope.
Scott did it in Maine. Was it cold?
I bet you it was. And then Meg says, I was brave 22 years ago for 1 month. Was that, or is that the hostel or the whitewater rafting?
That's the hostel.
Oh. We did tubing in Connecticut.
Yeah, we've done tubing. We're doing tubing.
Have you ever been whitewater?
No, I've never been whitewater rafting.
Oh my goodness, it's so much fun.
William and I are doing tubing when we go on the booze cruise down in Montego Bay.
Think of it as nature's, the ride, the Indiana Jones ride in Disney, and then the dinosaur ride in Animal Kingdom. That's nature's version of that ride. It's up and down, side to side.
But I have to get my hair get wet.
Duh. That's a given. And Mary Ellen Doyle said no. Just tubing with medium rapids. Well,
that's my, that's the way I like to go. I like to tube.
Oh, Captain Billy J is here.
Hey, Captain Billy J.
He says, I'm late.
Welcome. Okay.
Welcome to the party.
If y'all haven't hit the like button, we would appreciate if y'all did that. That just kind of helps spread the love on our channel. We do get a lot of people that watch it on replay. You ever notice that? Which is great. We appreciate that too. But we definitely appreciate y'all for being here tonight. This has been fun. I like hearing all about what y'all have and haven't done as far as travel. And we will do this again because we have more on the screen, more on the slides of doing that. But after us is Lovey's Fat Life at 8 o'clock right now. And then at 9 o'clock is Beach Please. So please, if y'all have time, to tune into them as well. And Hannah, will you close us out? First of all, thank y'all so much for being here.
To those who stayed to the end, y'all, the real MVPs.
Yes. And the VIPs.
Oh, okay. I was like, what did I say?
MVPs and the VIPs.
But thank y'all for staying to the end. But we hope that y'all stay safe out there, stay healthy, and don't forget to journey on.
Bye, y'all. Thank you.
Bye. Bye.